Hey everyone, welcome back to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. Today we're doing something a little different. I want to try out a new scanner. So a week ago, Keith DeFazio at New Level Auto had a 3-minute video, his typical trademark 3-minute videos, and he had a new scanner. It was a launch scanner. It looked like a cell phone, and he did a Honda airbag, I think, seat sensor calibration with it. And he said that the little scanner had the same software as real launch scanner, which is a very powerful tool. And I clicked on the link and it was only like $700. I'm like, well, I gotta try this. Keith says it's good, so I bought it. Here it is. So this thing looks like a cell phone. There, this is a Galaxy S9 Plus. This is the launch. It's X431, the DiagunIV. So, comes in this nice case with all these adapters. Now, my question is, can you use this thing on something older than a 1996 vehicle? Because, like an Autel, for example, it comes with the same adapters, but the software, you can't use it. So what I want to do is try it out on these 5 vehicles: 09 Subaru Forester, 2010 Nissan Rogue, my own 2002 Suzuki XL-7, the 1996 Mercury Mystique, and the 92 Oldsmobile Sillouhette that's been parked in the lot for a couple months now. I haven't had time to get to it, but I'm wondering if the launch can talk to an older GM vehicle, something older than a 96. So let's get the scanner out and play around with it. Alright, so it's exactly like a cell phone. It's an Android phone. You turn it on by holding that button. Here's booting up. So we have a 2009 Subaru Forester here. Autel brought it over again. This time it was rear brake pads were seized.
So these it's a lemon. Come on.
It's a lemon. Okay, he calls it a lemon. It's here very often, but it gets some places. Hasn't left you stranded yet, right, Autel?
No, not yet.
Well, actually in Montana it did with the clutch. Yeah, it did. Yeah, of course.
I learned from experience.
Yep. So, set the camera up on a little tripod here. So the Bluetooth dongle is in this holster. Here it is. And it looks like a cell phone. Pretty cool. So let's boot that up and find where the OBD2 connector is. Alright, here it is. So plug that in. It has a little light just to make sure you got power. Let's hop in and see what this thing can do. Let's have the key on. Alright, let's jump right in. Before you start using the tool, I learned this kind of the hard way, you have to register it and update all the programs. Otherwise, you'll have like Chinese cars on there and not US and Japanese and everything you want. Turn off this radio. Alright, diagnose. And so we've got common. So these are like your most recent cars: American, European, and Asian. So let's go for Subaru. Your firmware is updating. This may take several minutes. Please keep the connector powered up. Oh, okay. So the first time you use it, it actually needs to update the firmware that talks to the Bluetooth dongle. So it looks like it's going pretty quick. We'll be right back. Well, that took about a minute. Firmware installed successfully. Okay. So now it's going to talk to the car. 16-pin socket. They read the VIN, Forester 2009. That is correct. Try to minimize the glare. You guys can see it. Let's see if you can hold it like this and poke around with your finger. System info, yes, correct. Alright, health report, system scan, system selection, immobilizer, advanced function. I don't know, let's start with the health report, see what that does. Okay, so this is like, kind of like the Autel, scanning every module in the vehicle. So I'm wondering how long it's going to take on a Subaru, which is, the base model. It doesn't have 100 computers in it. It should have like 5 or 10 or something. So engine control module, no fault. Does not have a TCM because you shift it yourself. Cruise control system, yep, not equipped. So it's good that it checks for every module and actually tells you if it's equipped or not. I do like that. We have 3 faults in the ABS. I wonder what that is. We'll take a look here shortly. So a lot of this stuff, air suspension not equipped, electrical parking brakes not equipped, power steering, TPMS. Okay. No fault code. So let's pause it. Okay. Let's look at the ABS. Processing in progress. I just want to look at the ABS. Come on. Is it still scanning? Wow. So it scans for every possible system that a Subaru can have. Okay, 100% done, right? Sure have a lot of trouble codes that jump.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Live. Don't trust computers, man.
Okay, so now we can click on ABS. Okay. Read fault codes. Steering angle sensor malfunction, VDC control interruption because of engine instructions, power supply failure. Interesting. Let's see what we can read in the data stream. So if we select the whole thing, so you can select it by page, I guess. Select page. Why can't we select them all? So now it shows it by page. Okay, and we can scroll over 3 and 4. So that's, I guess, okay. Now if we graph this, let's say we just want to graph the speed sensors. So we can go back, unselect everything, and just do front left, front right, rear left, rear right. So they're alphabetical. Okay. So now we have 4, and I want to see what the graphical picture looks like. So 0 and 0. This is actually not bad. So we have 2 graphs per page. I'm wondering if we can do anything with the... Oh, we can zoom in on one. Okay, that's cool. Min, max. So we can adjust the scale on it. I like that. So it either auto scales or adjust the scale there. And I'm wondering if we can adjust the time base. I don't think so. Alright. We can combine them. That's cool. So all the wheel speeds on one graph. And that's actually neat because you'll see the lines on top of each other until one sensor drops out. So that could be a useful feature if you're looking for a faulty ABS sensor or a tone ring or something. Okay, I like that. So it's reading data just fine. Pretty fast refresh rate. Let's go back. What else we want to do here? Let's just clear the codes. See how fast that is. Okay. Read fault code. No diagnostic code. Okay, great. Diagnostic results. Exit the current function first. Back. Alrighty. So will it go back to our health report now? Yes, it does. That's nice. And it says ABS, no fault. I like it. Now let's see what else he has in there. Airbag codes. Okay. Fault code. Side airbag right hand failure. ODS communication error. But your airbag wasn't wasn't on, was that, Joe? Never? No. Okay, so airbag status, seat position sensor. So I don't know, clear it out, see if it clears. It could be a stored code. Alright, no codes there. Go back. What else do we have? So far so good. What if we clear all the DTCs here? DTC report, how about that? Well, we still have some stored. What if we click this button? Fault normal. So those are normal, and these modules have faults. If you click report, add information, type his name in, license, whatever, tester. Okay. Let's see, down arrow, and confirm. Vehicle diagnostic report. Subaru Forester stores the VIN, test time, tester, 16-pin socket, diagnostic results. Okay, this is awesome. I like it. So now we can go back to, if we save the report. So documentation is really key. That's one of the reasons I really like the Verus is it has the vehicle history and it stores every code that you scan and also the actual data PIDs. And I don't know, I guess we can send it to them, right? Not found the appropriate application to share. Okay, so they haven't gone that far. Okay, fine. And we can see here all the DTCs in the Integ, the IUM. We got battery codes, CAN high speed counter abnormal, so kind of logic codes, I guess. CAN high speed bus off. B0301 refer to manual. Cool. And if we do clear DTCs, so let's just do that. Alright, clear all system fault memory. I'm wondering if it's going to clear the ones that have no fault codes. Like, will it reset the engine computer? I'm going to try it. So that one, it stopped. And if it says no fault code, I don't think it does anything because it would be way too fast to do all that. So now we have no fault codes in anything. Let's go into EOBD. I want to see if we can look at our readiness monitors. Readiness completed, 8. Perfect, so it didn't touch the engine computer. Mil status off. Okay. Great. And let's see. Last thing I want to look at is, let's go into ECM. I want to look at the update rate for the data going through the OEM Subaru system. Yep, 2.5. Read data stream. I don't know, air fuel sensor. Let's do airflow sensor voltage, camshaft position, coolant temp, engine speed, and let's do the mass airflow. There we go. Okay. Alright. And I guess nothing's changing now. Let's go into TPS. Throttle, motor, throttle opening angle. How about that? Okay. I'm going to press on the gas. There it is. Let's do graphical. Coolant temp, mass airflow, TPS. There it is. So opening it slowly. I'm flooring it. So that's 100%. And back down. So pretty nice update rate. And what if we do record? So now it's recording. Okay. And we can stop the recording. We can name it, confirm, record successfully. Okay, and then if we go save data, there it is. Okay, so those are the reports, and this is the data record. So if you do this, select all, submit. Okay, now we can play back. So graphical, let's look at the TPS, see if it plays it back. Playback. 1x. There we go. Is it going to draw it? Yes, it is drawing it. Cool. I like it. So in this case, if you want to record data, you have to hit the record button. Unlike the Verus, you know, it's always in the buffer and you hit save data, boom, it just saves that as much as it has. I mean, that's a nicer thing, but if you have this capability and you want to record your test drive, this is actually pretty handy. This is much better than at least the Autel, at least my older one, the Maxidas. That thing is pretty primitive. So far, so good. So on the Subaru, I'll give it an A. You know, for giving a grade. Without really doing a diagnosis, it's hard to say, but so far it's quick. It's scanned every module. It had a very nice report for DTCs. You can save stuff. You can save data, you can save reports, send it to a customer. That's key. I think I'm going to use that feature quite a bit. Let's move on to other vehicles. By the way, before we are done with the Subaru, of course we want to do some bidirectional controls. What kind of scanner wouldn't do bidirectional controls? That's why you buy expensive scanners, is to have that capability. Not just to read codes or look at data, you want to command stuff and activate it. So on Subarus, for example, I'm in the TPMS menu, and let's see, we can actually do registration of the TPMS sensors, just like the Autel, and I think the Snap-on can do this. So that's good. What other bidirectional thing can we check? Let's go to the ECM again. Now at Subarus, they're kind of weird. Sometimes they don't let you activate components one by one. It's kind of like a test mode, and it just does its thing. Kind of activates all the components at once. Just kind of weird, but let's see what's in the special function. System operation check mode. That's what it's called on a Subaru. So if we do that, let's do like fuel pump control. On, off, drive. Turn ignition switch on with engine off, yep. Active test, so cancel execution stopped. Execution. There it is. Fuel pump kicked on. Off, on. Toggle it. Awesome. Love it. Stop. Great. Back out of here. Start the engine, so you can actually turn the fuel pump off when you're running to like relieve the fuel pressure in the system. If you want to disconnect the fuel rail, that's pretty neat. I like it. So yeah, so far awesome. Alrighty, up next I got the 2010 Nissan Rogue in the garage. Let's try the DiagunIV on that. And just to note, this has been on for 3 hours and the battery life is about 80%, so that's pretty good. It's like a cell phone. Let's jump in. Alrighty, keys on. Let's go to Asian. Nissan. I'm curious to try this thing on some European cars, but I don't own any. But so far, honestly, I'm pretty impressed. So automatically search. Let's do a health report. See if we can talk to all the modules. Let's execute the test. Now, I am very familiar with the tools from Autel and Snap-on, and I know on the Autel, on this vehicle particularly, you could not talk to the ABS module, which I found kind of strange. The Snap-on is fine on that, but the Autel just said, nope, can't talk to it. This thing should be able to talk to it, and I'm also curious to go into the CVT, since we know some of the features that should be there is resetting the TCM, checking the CVT fluid life. Those are some key things you want to do with your scanner. Now let's see how this thing is. Sure is taking a while, but then again, it's trying to scan for every possible module in here. Ooh, we got one fault in the TCM. Interesting. Let's see here. ABS no fault code, ECM no fault code, instrument cluster. So let's pause it. Okay, so it's paused. That's good. Let's go to TCM. Okay. Read fault code. P0725 engine speed passed. So we can do a report. Confirm. Just to save that. Okay. Let's go back. You know, if it's a passcode, it's not a current problem. So this car, remember we replaced the CVT, the actual transmission, at 185,000 miles. Now it has 215,000 miles, so it's been about 30,000 miles. Absolutely no issues, runs great. You know, no trouble codes or anything, so I don't know where that code came from. But I'm interested in, first let's clear that code out while we're here. Okay. No DTCs, good. Function test and special function. So here we have engine brake adjustment, conform CVT deterioration, and calibration data. So let's see what this guy is. So the value for the CVT fluid life just gives you a number. That's the same as the Autel. And let's see, can we click on any of these? Monitor. Calibration data. So there's the actual data for, you know, all the pressures that it's learned. So we can actually adjust this thing for smart engine braking. So right now it's at 0, the default. We can go up and down. Now adjustment. +1. Down. Now adjustment. 0. Okay, that's cool. And where is car computer diag? If you erase the self-diag results, this test may display false results. Okay. I don't remember what that function was called when we initialized the TCM. The Snap-on, I think, did it. I don't remember if the Autel had it. But basically, you know, that's not what we want. This is just data. There's no erase the data. So with that, wonder where that function is. I'm gonna have to fire up the Snap-on to double check. Let's check the ABS just to make sure we have communication and a good data stream. Okay. Let's just main signals. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's the data? This is why we check these tools. This vehicle can't support this function. So we can read codes. Read the module info. So this that's a no-go. So we're already finding some holes in this thing. So the Snap-on can do the ABS stuff no problem. This thing is kind of falling on its face here. No freeze frame data obviously, but can't support this function. This is live. This is no BS here. Little disappointed. I thought this tool would be 100% awesome, but now it's the grade for the Nissan capability is going downhill. Anyways, what else can we do here? EPS. Let's just back out, do system selection. BCM, body and vehicle security. So where's the TPMS here? Equipped. Okay. Special function. So we can do all this stuff. So the TPMS is actually in here. So if we want to read data stream, we actually choose the air pressure monitor. And there we go. There's all the PSIs. They're not awake right now. But so that works. Now what if I want to register new sensors? You can go to, let's see here, special function, ID read, ID register. So they're all kind of lumped together. They're not under TPMS menu, but we can, read the tire pressure sensor IDs right here. So that works. Okay. Anything else you want to test out on the Nissan? Transmission and driveline. TCM. All mode 4-wheel drive. I don't know which module it has in here. Equipped. Okay. Just do that. Okay, so read data from the all-wheel drive module. Good deal. I mean, you can poke around here and try to see what it can do, but we just want to get like a an overall feel for it. I still want to get into this ABS and read data. It says it's equipped. You can see the module. Equipped. But it should be at least be able to read some vehicle speeds. I mean, that's input signals, main signal selection from menu. Wait a second here. Where's the solenoid sensor, left hand sensor, front right. Where's the fourth one? There we go. Okay. Oh, well, there we go. So my question is, why couldn't it do that from the report? That's kind of weird. Special function, steering angle sensor adjustment. Adjustment complete. Well, I guess we just did the adjustment. Good thing the steering wheel is in the straight ahead position. Back from the health report, let's go back into ABS. Okay. Data stream. So the menu is different here. And look, no monitoring data, no monitoring data, no monitoring data. So we weren't wrong. From the health report, you don't get anything. So, but if you go to system selection, it's different. What the heck? That could throw you for a loop. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you really want to get into a system, you know, this will read all the fault codes, but you won't necessarily have the full functionality, which is very strange. So if you know that little tip, then you just go in here, brakes, ABS, and it should be the same module. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Very, very strange. So these are different. Selection from menu. ECU input signals. It goes right in. Alright. Alright, I don't have a choice. I have to try the snap-on and see if it has that CVT reset procedure. So in our history you can search for Rogue, and it's a 2010 302, so I guess I have it in here twice. Doesn't matter which one we pick. Okay, activate. Scanner. Alright. Transmission. Work support. Initialization, right here. Exit initialization, select calibration data. Print copy data before and after comparison will have to be done to confirm that the initialization is done successfully. TCM needs to be initialized when replacing the automatic transmission and not the TCM. So this is what we did. We did the initialization. The launch did not have that feature. But the snap-on doesn't have fluid life. Which one would you rather have? I would rather have the initialization, because without this, you put in your own transmission, you're going to the dealer. You're not driving away. So that's kind of interesting. Snap-on does offer that. So that's all I wanted to see here. Alright, well there you go. So one scanner will not do it all. Gotta be fair. Gotta try the old Autel. See if it has the initialization procedure for the CVT. By vehicle. Just give it some parameters here. It's got the Rogue. And it's a 2010. Okay. Control unit. I'll show you the ABS. Functions not supported. This thing cannot do ABS on a 2010 Nissan Rogue. Can't even read codes. Silly. Let's go to the ATCVT. Alright. So work support. Engine brake adjustment. CVT poor quality determined. So no initialization. We can adjust our engine braking, just like the launch. So it seems like the launch and the Autel are using very similar software, and the Snap-on is doing something different. So only the Snap-on can do the CVT initialization routine, unless we missed it somewhere. Just double check here. ECU part number, calibration data, can support, DiaG support manager. This is what the launch is showing. So we can look at our calibration data, but you can't initialize it. So good thing we had the Verus when we replaced this transmission. And that's all I wanted to show here.